This is Tony Armstrong, ABC presenter and former Australian rules footballer. In interests of openness, I have to admit I kind of like the guy, I guess because he seems fairly authentic and down to earth or whatever. But just because I like the guy's persona doesn't mean I agree with everything he has to say. Certainly not. Just to be clear, in his recent documentary, Eat the Invaders, he's advocating for the eating of invasive species, not people, obviously. Although I can understand the confusion, in that around this time of year, Invasion Day is often in the news, which does refer to people, specifically the arrival of British settlers. Eat the invaders, not those ones. I'm pretty sure nobody's calling for that. But Mr. Armstrong has pushed the controversy a little bit further recently by advocating for Aboriginal reparations, SBS. Tony Armstrong has thrown his support behind a campaign for voluntary reparations. Basically, it involves non-Indigenous Australians making voluntary reparations to First Nations people. Essentially, he took to Instagram and reposted a story promoting the Wealth Back campaign, although I can't find his original post. I guess it's been deleted. The campaign is calling on all people that have benefited from the ongoing colonisation of First Nations lands to give wealth back. My first thought, with all his riches as a former footballer and ABC presenter, taxpayer funded of course, why doesn't he donate his wealth? Hasn't he also benefited from the ongoing effects of colonisation? I mean, he works on a television station for crying out loud, and earned money playing a football game that essentially evolved from English public school football. One could argue all his money are the ill-gotten proceeds of colonisation. Perhaps he needs to man up and redistribute some of his wealth. The people running this Wealth Back campaign are a group called First Nations Futures. This is their website. As you can see, they have a co-invest button. What does that mean? Well, they actually answer that. Co-invest is an act of responsibility to collectively invest into a shared benefit without monetary return. Sounds like a great investment. No returns. Interestingly, one of the board directors is a lady named Rona Glynn MacDonald. Guess who she is? Go on, take a stab. That's right, Tony Armstrong's girlfriend. I promise you I'm not making this up. Why Tony Armstrong and Rona Glynn MacDonald are Australia's hottest couple. Why would a successful former footballer and ABC presenter be promoting the donation of your money towards a group where his girlfriend is on the board of directors? What would one call that? A conflict of interest, perhaps? According to her profile, Ms. Glynn MacDonald has a background in economics. The economics on this website is pretty simple, really. Shut up and give me your money. They even have a diagram. There's you, and there's your money, and that's you saying bye-bye to your money. But why, I hear you ask, why must we do this? Well, they answer that for us. Land theft, slavery, and the ongoing refusal to address this by governments and individuals has created immense wealth inequality in so-called Australia. It sounds like they don't even acknowledge the sovereign state of Australia. It is time for all people to move beyond empty gestures and address the truth that this country is formed from the theft of First Nations lands and wages. Out of interest, I decided to click on the co-invest button. You can make weekly, monthly, or one-off reparations. I decided that the only fair and reasonable amount that I could possibly give is $0. Amazingly, they allow me to do that, but they want all my personal details, so forget it. My final thought is this: instead of these people spending so much of their time trying to take other people's money, why not just use that time to make their own money? You know, make something, or sell something, or make a YouTube channel, or whatever else. Or heaven forbid, find a job. Asking people to repent for sins they never committed by demanding they donate money to others based purely on their ethnicity is never going to work. Well, not on the average person. If Greens supporters or whoever want to donate their money to this cause, feel free. But the rest of us are just trying to make ends meet in this imperfect world. The idea of us working hard and then giving it to somebody who didn't work hard simply because they meet the right ancestral requirements is just not fair. Sure, Tony and his missus are free to ask for money, but I'm free to say no.